I think the main thing for him now is just to remain consistent and, try to stay injury free.
Straight up, Marcus Rashford has got to be the guy for me to look at. There is a spot for the next main man at Manchester United, the next star boy at Manchester United, the next fans' favourite at Manchester United as well. If there's ever a time for Marcus Rashford to shine, it's the next 6 months that he has in this season. Bar an injury, he has to be the man that makes things happen, that makes things tick for Manchester United as well. 17 Premier League appearances, 7 goals, 3 assists. In the Carabao Cup as well, 2 appearances, 2 goals as well. The Europa League, 4 appearances, 3 goals and 1 assist as well at the time of recording. And I've been really happy to see what Erik has done with Marcus Rashford and a lot of other players, to be fair, as well. There's talks of how well Aaron Wan-Bissaka has done since he's come back from his injury. He has got a really solid foundation, Erik to work with this team, and I think Marcus Rashford has to be the main attacker in attack so far as well. We're probably going to look for a striker on loan or a cheap striker in January. If we can't get that, we do have to rely on our wingers, because I, for one, I've never really relied on Anthony Martial. As all of you guys kind of know, I like him, but you can't hang your hat on him. Or he's never going to be the main man at Manchester United. He's always going to be a second striker or a bench player. But Marcus Rashford, he can definitely make that left wing position his own, especially with younger players coming through. You've got someone like Jadon Sancho who's yet to come back into the starting lineup, who I predicted at the start of the season would work really well under Erik ten Hag. And it hasn't worked for Jadon Sancho. Unfortunately, he got obviously kicked out of the England side, didn't really do well in the Man United. Do you think Marcus Rashford can be the main man at Manchester United?
I mean, of course, mate. I mean, you look at a kind of out-and-out player that can play that inverted role, play up front as well. Look at kind of his body type as well. He's bulked up, so he looks a lot more strong on the ball, running those channels. And I mean, when it comes to shooting, bar none, he's got a powerful strike, right? And I think now he's just fine-tuning that fitness, keeping himself injury-free, burying those kind of goals into the corners where he should be doing it. And I think he's reaping the rewards now. And I think last season it was a bit topsy-turvy for him. Now that he's had that little break where he's kind of refocused and kind of re-energized himself, he's obviously coming into form. And I think at the moment he's your saviour, because if he didn't score that goal against Wolves, that would have been a 0-0. And I think there was a couple of games back before that where he's kind of scored the winners as well, where he's become like your star-studded man. And I think, again, you can't rest your laurels on Martial. I think that boat's sailed now. So I think if you look at Rashford, you've kind of got to build within where he is. But again, it's an open question to you, Hamz. Where do you play him now? Do you keep playing him on the left? Do you play him through the middle?
Ideally, I'd like to see him play through the middle. I'd like to see a front three going forward of Garnacho on the left, Marcus Rashford in the middle, and Anthony on the right-hand side, with Jadon Sancho and Facundo Pellistri coming back into the squad as well. Because a lot of people, even Man United fans, we haven't seen Facundo Pellistri play a Premier League Cup or any game for Man United besides an under-23 game, and he was very good for Uruguay in that very poor Uruguay side at the World Cup as well. He's always bringing players into play. He was very good as a wide winger going forward as well from the right wing. So we've got options available. There's talks of Anthony Elanga going out on loan, and I'd like to see that because he needs regular game times as a starter. I'd rather see him at like Southampton or Everton, somewhere like that, respectively. But we'll see where that goes. But realistically speaking, we can't rely on, like we said, Anthony Martial, because his fitness is always a doubt as well. So when he does get a couple games going, the other day against Bournemouth, he got subbed off because he was injured as well. So maybe we do have to wait the 6 months to see if we can just wait for the summer to get new players coming in as well. Maybe a proper striker in the summer as well. Someone like an Osimhen, someone like a Patrick Schick. Outside choice for me, El Nassiri from Seville, the Morocco striker. I think would be a decent backup striker. And Erik ten Hag does work wonders. But what do you guys think? Do you think Rashford's better as a striker or as a left winger?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But like you're just saying, it's nice to see him hit these levels, because when he came through initially, he was really good, and then he fell off a bit. It became a bit frustrating. I think injuries have probably played a part. Like he's probably had a couple of like recurring injuries that have not allowed him to play at his best, and being like a quick player, sprinter. I think the main thing for him is, I understand he's quite versatile, but it'd be good if he could just nail one position down and then just keep working on that. I think that's probably better shout, but it just depends what Ten Hag sees. If he sees him as a striker or a left winger, for me, like, he can do either, and he does them quite well. He can play anywhere in that front three. I think the main thing for him now is just to remain consistent and try to stay injury free. And it doesn't even mean that he has to play like 90 minutes of every game. Sometimes maybe limit some of that playing time just to give him a better season in that sense.
Danny, what do you think about Marcus Rashford? Do you think he has it in him to stay consistent for the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's my only worry. I look at his previous seasons at Man United, and I've got the stats up here. So this season, 17 games, 7 goals, 3 assists. Last season, 25 games, 4 goals, 2 assists. And I know that obviously different managers, different systems potentially, and obviously different things going on.
Different
life.
haircut as well. He had the blonde in his hair. Once he got rid of the blonde in his hair, he was back to his normal self, which was great to see.
Just like
that's how he got back. That's how he got back into the England squad, getting rid of the blonde in his hair. That's my theory for Marcus Rashford.
But like the previous season before that, 31 games, 17 goals, and 7 assists. Can he continuously hit those numbers? It's unfortunately due to his age, and he's only 25. 25 is still considered pretty young in terms of a striker. He's got another 10, 12 seasons in him.